Hey everyone, this is Susan. Welcome to I Totally Love It. In this video, I'm going to share with you my March design team project for creating with Jovi. And I used her Celtic Fantasy kit, which I was part of her collaboration for March. It's still, if it's still March when you're seeing this, it's still going on. So make sure you catch everyone's videos. And if you missed them, um, she has all the videos. If you look for the hashtag Enchanted Fairy collab, you'll find all those videos. So uh, easy to find with that hashtag. And if you look at my video or any of the videos, all the channels are linked for all the contributors. All right, so on to my design team project. So since I already had the kit, I thought, well, I'll make a journal with it. And because my part of the collaboration was to make pockets, and I was like, well, I'm gonna make pockets for what journal? So I was like, well, I've already got the kit. Let's just do both. Okay, so here is my journal that I made. So I've just, I used a lot of green. And you'll see in her digitals, there's lots of green. And I have just put an eyelet here in the back. I've got some lace here to cover up and give some little extra reinforcement to the binding here, but it covers up the little sewn in signature there. And this just wraps around. If you wanted, you could, arrange it to tie it. So the front image and there's another image inside were actually a journal page together. And I thought she would look beautiful on the cover, kind of representing the whole Celtic fantasy title. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So I used cardstock, a really thick cardstock for my cover. It's a craft color with just a black embossing on it. It was in a big pad I got at, I believe it was Hobby Lobby. So when you open it up, we've got a pocket. So it was a 12 by 12 paper, and the piece I trimmed off, I turned into a pocket in the front, also in the back. This is from a subscription kit I got a while back. There was a series of these, and this one had a fairy on it, so I thought I would include that. It's blank on the back, so it's like a postcard kind of journal card. But isn't she gorgeous? For the digital pages, I printed on 28-pound copy paper. So that beautiful castle. And so this is a hidden paper clip, and I'll show you the other side in just a minute. This image came from Graphics Fairy. It's just scrapbook paper, and it's a little journal card. And if you turn it to the other side, and so this is scrapbook paper, and it's glued to scrapbook paper on the other side, so it makes it a really nice thick page because they were originally really thin papers. So here's the other side of the hidden paper clip. And then I just took a guess check, and this is napkin, just some St. Patrick's Day napkins. So I just cut a little piece of that off and glue that on there. And then this is also from Graphics Fairy. Some of their images are free up there, so you can get up there, but it's a good source for some vintage things if you're looking for those. I like the pinks and purples in here, and because the pinks are in here, I've got this vellum page that on one side it's got this like pink iridescentness to it. A little tab up here with some scrapbook paper. I had a stamp that I purchased with a fairy, and that's got the fairy kisses. And that's just a little journal card I made to fit into that. That's an envelope flap. This is coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. That's one of her little digitals, like from the ephemera. There were 11 journal pages and 5 ephemera pages, and this was one of the ephemera pieces. So I turned it into a pocket, and I just filled it with some things you can journal on. So that's just a piece of a big time card This is some recycled paper. It's Orazuru paper, made from recycled Orazuru paper. Anyways, I got that at Daiso, but it's really cool. I don't know if you can see all the little speckles. And that's a little piece of cardstock that fit in there. And you can journal in the back. You could, turn it into something. This is one of the pockets that I illustrated in the collab video. So let me take out my pieces here. So you just take a piece of whatever, book page, or this is a piece of scrapbook paper, and you just figure out how high you want the pocket. You just flip it up, because it was blank on the back. It'd be great for a two-sided paper, but I was using this one-sided scrapbook paper, so I covered it with a little pink cardstock, and then this is blue tissue paper, which brought out the pinks and the blues, and this digital from her kit. And then this is just some more napkin on a guest check, which fits in this back pocket. And then this is just a little trifold. It's green. It is like Noah's Ark, but it's green, and I thought it fit perfectly with all the colors in here. This is like a forest green cardstock. A little mushroom sticker there. Our little dragon in our fairy. This is scrapbook paper glued to scrapbook paper. And this is another pocket idea I showed, just a little corner tuck. That's one of her digitals. And then I took one of her digitals and I just put some, I don't know if you can tell, this is green mesh over it, and then some lace, and then a little piece of the, I don't know if that's like eyelash ribbon. Not sure what that is. I tuck that in there. And then I have this little green piece of, I guess this scrapbook paper. And I took some pages out of a sticky pad and just made a little notepad to put in there. So when the papers are done, you can actually write on that scrapbook paper. All right, this is the flap from a big page pocket that we'll get to. I just glued some ribbon on there, and punched a little thumb notch in there. And I was digging through my napkins, and I didn't realize I had this fairy napkin. So I cut her out, glued her onto a guest check. And then this is just a piece of scrapbook paper. I just punched some little stars there in the corners to make it a little, to give it a little interest. And this is a spring green colored cardstock. I love this page right here. I love the greens. And so this was one of my pockets. This is just a basic pocket. Just take some scrapbook paper, and you can always back it on something thicker, or another piece of paper. I love that image there, and so I put that piece of text to make it pop out. And then I took another. This is from these little papers that I'm showing you. They're from Daiso. These little just color paper packs that they have. I just took a edge punch there, a little decorative edge, and it's just a green envelope. I actually had pulled that apart. I was going to put this in the journal. Actually, I was going to put it in a different journal related to this, and I'll show it later, but I opted not to. All right, it's scrapbook paper, and there's a little fabric tab up here. It's like a little green vellum. This is from Creative Memories, like a long time ago. And that's just a piece of scrapbook paper you can journal on. And that's an old receipt, but it was green. I thought, oh, it fits nicely. It's another one of her pages. All right, here is the, oh, this is a different envelope. This is a green one. So this half of the journal, it is a single signature journal, but on this half I have the flap of one and the pocket of the other. Anyway, so on this envelope, I glued a pocket that I had made from a masterboard. So if you watch episode 1 of the collab Jovi made a masterboard. So I've made them before, and I thought it'd be a good time to make another one. And I just use text pages. This is another one of her images, and I just mounted it on this cardstock that looks like that resume paper back in the day. I don't know what it's called. And those are some of her images. That pretty green envelope. I love that image there. There's just some similar card in there. All right, and then to illustrate when I was doing the pockets, a top tuck spot. I just put another little journal card in there. This is avocado dyed paper. All right, this is one of the pockets I put in. And let me take all the things out and I'll show you all the pockets. So go watch that video. I'll show you how to make that. But this is graphic paper and it's kind of like blues and coppers, and it really brought that bird image out. This is just another image from Graphics Fairy. I looked up fairies, so I have a ton of fairy stuff. This is just a smaller time card piece, some green play money, and then this other fairy image here. So you have 4 pockets. And if I didn't glue here on the edge, you could have made them all tuck spots. The back one's a tuck spot. That's the center. I've left the string there in case who gets this wants to add some dangles or something. Okay, well, before we talk about that page, I just thought this made, because when you're making a journal, you really think about what you're going to put in the center. And I thought that image was a great centerpiece there. So it looks like she's, traveling through the forest. All right, so here's a hidden paperclip number 2 that I made from Jovi's hidden paperclip video. And I want to show you this paper. This was a really cool reaction. So this is some stationery paper, some vintage stationery paper I picked up from a thrift shop last year sometime. And this was part of that fairy napkin. And you can see these like purple pinkish splotches. That's where I put the glue stick and it like reacted with the paper. But I think it turned out really cool. It makes it really neat looking. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the chemical reaction is there. What was in the paper versus what was in the glue stick. All right, there's a tab. I think I missed showing a tab over here. There was a little fabric tab here. All right, so this is the other side of that green envelope. I just decorated with some stickers here. There's the back of that hidden paper clip. And this clover paper, if you see that, is a pack I got at Daiso. If you're not familiar with Daiso, it's like a Dollar Tree kind of, but $1.75. Japanese products, Asian. Oh, now my whole collection is falling. Anyways, I got this last year. It's origami paper. It's actually 2-sided, and so you'll see me use it throughout. And that's where all those little paper packs came from, and from there as well. So now it's all polished. Okay. So there's a tab there. And that's just on cardstock. All right. Little butterfly sticker there. This is a belly band that I made from the masterboard that I made from watching Jovi's video. A little rickrack. It matched the purple. This springy green color. And that's just one of those papers with a little hole punch in the corners to give it some interest again. Those little like circles in the background there. I don't know if how you can see them. Those are washi stickers from Daiso that I just picked up. There's a dragon. I had to fussy cut that. Well, I didn't have to. I chose to. He was on the other half that went with this page. They were like journal page partners. And I wanted to use her so badly. And then his page was great. It's like him floating in the clouds, but I just wanted to cut him out and then glue him on the page directly. So that's really cool. Then you could kind of journal around him if you wanted to. So here's that origami paper. So this is the like pocket page, I guess you can call it. And so in there, I've made this really big tag with the castle image. Let's see if I can take it out. Put a little ribbon, little grommet there, or eyelet. And it's probably even, I'm sure, deeper than that. So if you had something longer you want to put in there, the back is blank for whoever gets this. So this is the little like reverse wallet pocket. Oh, I got a sneezy. Good gracious. Sorry about that. So the way I glued it, you end up with 2 pockets on each side. And I just used a book page, but you could certainly use some scrapbook paper or whatever you have. So I just put that little image, scrapbook paper, glued to cardstock, and then glued the image around at the corners. This little tag, kind of the same idea, but this, since it's a tag, I gave it a little green gingham top there. And this little green piece of paper comes from Daiso. You get a pack of, I think it's 3 of these. They're just word cards, and they're green. They come on a ring. You can also get these. All right. So the other side of that, this is a really thick piece of cardstock or scrapbook paper that you could journal on. I think it would be cool to like write in silver on that. There's a journal card with our dragon friend. Here's another little tag, one of those little green papers, and a ticket. All right. This is also from Creative Memories. I was digging through my stash looking for green stuff. And so I glued that in a way. These were like customer gifts. So I don't think it was an actual product. I don't remember. But this is like the library reserve card. And that in there. And then we've got a paper clip holding a green piece of paper with the fairy stamp. All right, this is another pocket idea that I showed in that video. So I'm going to take all of these out. And I decorated the 2 fronts that you could really see. This is actually the card that goes in the green envelope. I just glued an image to the front, and you can write inside. And now you could glue it in a way where you have another pocket in the back, but I did not do it that way. All right, this image was from Graphics Fairy. Kind of reminds me of the pieces, the like postcard pieces from back then. I just glued that. That's Storybox papers from Creative Memories back in the day. And little journal card from the master board. Those are washi stickers from Daiso. Daiso is like, there's a lot in Texas, Dallas and Houston. I think San Antonio and Austin are getting ready to get some. And I think they have some in California. So I think it's like West Coast to Texas so far. All right, there's the back of the, I think it's tea dyed paper. Here's the other half of the like pinkish purple envelope. Just glued her there with some scrapbook paper behind her and just glued her onto some cardstock. Lots of journaling space. She's pretty there. And you can write on the vellum. I didn't like glue anything to the vellum because you can write on it. I think that'd be really cool. But you could also write something on one side of paper so that you can see through, and then you've got something on the other side. There's a little ticket tab. There's our dragon friend atop the castle. All right, this is the other half of that vellum pocket, and Creative Memories This is from the Daiso. It's just folded in half piece of paper, steno pad paper. And a little, it's like a craft bag. I don't know if it's called craft bag because it's not craft paper. So anyways, I have a whole bunch of those. And put a little play money in there. You can journal on the back of that. It is deeper, so yeah, you can put taller things in there. And I opted to glue it where I could have a tuck spot from the side. That's just a little another card from the masterboard. And there's our lovely, I don't know, she's like Celtic princess or there we go. There's a pocket in the back. So love how that turned out. I love all the green. And I love this ribbon. Just gonna tuck it in there like that. All right, now that was not my initial idea. I was actually going to make a paper bag journal, and I actually had already printed out everything and fussy cut everything. And then when I decided to do, well, I was thinking about the pockets video I had to make, and I was like, well, people are not going to be able to see the things made if I'm making a small journal. So this is a bonus journal because I went ahead and finished it. Since I had all the things. So on this one, because I actually made the signature, you know, the whole thing. I just didn't decorate it, and then I moved on to a bigger journal. So the ribbon here is got a little gold stitching in it, but it's just like a tan color. It's glued under. It's glued under the lace. There's the back. All right, are you ready? So this is a single signature. So this is like a chunky monkey here. Because like I said, there are 11 journal pages with these images. And so one I used for the outside for both journals. So the other 10 I used inside. And then you want to add other things. So let's start with, there's pocket in the front. In this pocket, I've just put a piece of green stationery paper. That's actually a piece of a note card. You'll see the other piece in there. This was the front of like a thank you card, and I had to cut everything down because it's a small journal. This is one of the last pieces I had for the master board, and I just put a little piece of scrapbook paper back there. And so there's a lot more room in there for more things. All right, if you open up, that's the inside. I love that little Celtic tree with the Celtic knot. And so then there's our lovely lady. So these are all kind of arranged differently. This has my last piece of green dyed paper. I'll either need to figure out how to do it or just buy some more. So people have some great talent out there. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. This is washi tape. I didn't use it in the other journal. Piece of vintage sheet music, little belly band, like a little butterfly paper there, and another piece of that stationery paper. This is the avocado dyed paper. A pocket, a little miniature journal card, and that's a piece of cardstock that I really thought it brought out the pink from the page next door. It's a little corner tuck, and it's a little piece of ledger paper you can journal on, and a little card you can journal on, and it's on a piece of map. A little die cut butterfly, and so some of the pages you'll see I glued in the middle because I was reading it later and I was like, oh, I didn't catch those words. So I'm not about showing those words on my channel, so you got to really read your stuff. I found this. It was perfect. That kind of a lime green. So I just glued it straight on there so you can journal on this page now. That's just a little leaf die cut I had from a while back. That's just a piece of guest check I had in my scraps. Worked perfectly with that image. Got a little tab here. A little image there with some scrapbook paper. Little banner from some text. It's a little vellum pocket with a piece of ledger. And this is a index card that I got from Daiso. They have some small, this is a 3.5 by 2. So I guess it's kind of like a ATC size almost. It's a little die cut. A little corner tuck pocket here. There's the other half of that note card and piece of ledger paper. A little side tuck. Well, it's actually scrapbook paper, but it's like lined paper. And then that little image of the forest. It's from a magazine. I thought perfect because we're in the forest here. Some stickers, some music here, and a little corner tuck, a little ticket, and a little piece of note paper. It's got flowers. It's very faint. I can barely see it. I'd show it to you, but you can barely see it. There's the center. This one I opted for the girl riding the wolf through the forest. Ticket, some ledger paper. That's also scrapbook paper. Oh, that was a piece of like thicker scrapbook paper I'd gotten in an Etsy haul, like some scraps. So that's the only piece I had. But I finally was able to find a place to use it. So it was perfect. Unique paper, little pocket. I just glued some of that origami paper onto a piece of cardstock. Just got a little ticket that's got butterflies, a little ledger, and a little ticket. And a little sticker there. There's our dragon friend in all his glory, flying in the clouds there. All right, here's a smaller reverse wallet. And so you see how it's kind of small. Well, it's a paper bag journal. And these are the bigger paper bags too. All right, here's the other side. That's that origami paper. Let's glue that onto some cardstock. Got a little tag. Let's use a little tag punch that I have. And then ticket. It's just glued on there. Same, lots of journaling space, so you can still write around the picture there. Creative memories. And that was scrapbook paper die cut. Flower sticker. Plush looked really nice against that the colors in that map. There's another tab. Some little mushrooms. Little die cut flower. Die cut butterflies. Top corner tuck. Right, so this is that little cross over pocket miniature version. So you've got the one in the back. This is just a ticket. A little tag. Little green papers and a little ticket. And you could, if you kind of figured it out, you could probably glue and do a little side tuck there. All right, there's a vellum pocket. Piece of paper. There's another tab. Did I show you this tab? Nope, because I was talking about the map. So there's similar fabric tab. Little die cut bird. And mushrooms. All right, so this is the bottom of the paper bag. So I made a little, I just covered it with some of that, I'll just call it Daiso paper. I made that little journal card. And then you got this little ticket there. And you open it up. I made a little notepad. So you got some paper in there. You just slip the back here like that. And then you've got, remember that old computer paper? I got a piece of that in there. And then, surprise, you got a little mystery secret pocket there. All right, guys. And that is it. What you think? All right, so this was my project for March for Jovi's design team. So I'll have the link to her kit on her or in her Etsy shop. She's got a lot of other ones. I've done the flower in France, and if you check out her whole design team, you'll see a big selection of videos you can watch on the different kits. And I look forward to the one I'm going to make next month as well. So here's the project. This is just a bonus. All right, you guys. I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to head over to Jovi's channel and her Etsy shop. And don't forget to like and comment on this video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd love to have you. And I'll check you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.